Sure.
But I want to talk
Okay.
about, I have to order, oh, Yellow is there too. I have to order
Oh, okay, there he is.
boards again. Because we
You
run
have to-
out and I need some changes, I think. The layout for the charger is not good.
Oh, I
think
see, okay.
So, and I want you to check on it later.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Hello.
Hi, Jella. I just talking to Louis about I had to order new 303 boards, and there needs some changes, and I want to be sure that the changes are correct. So I want him to go over it. That's it. We're talking about that. That's all.
3.3 board.
Yeah,
Or-
this the one you have,
Right.
and they
I
are
got the
on
3.0.
on you have 3.0.0.
Yeah, 3.0.0. Yes.
Oh yeah, they're even more worse. But 303 is the production one.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Don't, no
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, that's the same I have here is 303. So
Yeah, the 303, and I think the pins from the safe from the charger need to be changed a little bit because they're tilted. They're not exactly aligned. And
Yep.
then-
okay. Now, is that a problem that the modules are non-standard and everybody
Yeah.
makes them how they feel
Yes.
like it? So
But
as
I
I
got
mentioned
these days I got them kind of fixed one, so they don't change so much anymore. In the beginning, they were changing all the time, a little bit bigger and smaller, but they seem to be standardized now.
Yeah, no, just recalling that for this one project I did for the at the college, I needed a specific button as a push, basically a 12 mm diameter with a built-in LED. And there's only one supplier, and I didn't want to lose it, so I basically traced, found the actual supplier. I ordered it from them. It took a while. It was like I think I ordered it in February or March, got them in July, but but basically I just got a supply. I estimated the number of students I'd have for the next 3 years, bought the whole thing at once, and that way the design didn't change. Always the same. So it might be worth, just taking a chance and ordering a batch from one specific manufacturer. So,
It's true.
I
I'm working also on another project of mine that's building plasma speakers, and we have problems with the display, and the high voltage and the high frequency amplifiers are okay, but the display and that keep changing. I mean, and then finally we ordered 500. And then a new one comes out and it said, that's much better one. And we already bought 500, so we stuck on that.
in engineering, perfect is the enemy of good.
That's true. Yeah.
So
I mean, if you have 500 and they work, that's fine,
that's
then, right?
true.
Else you wouldn't have bought 500.
Yeah.
They work, but the other ones are better. It's a much improved version. So
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Well,
but that's it.
you have to make a choice at some point.
Yes.
There will always be like a new version of something.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Anyway, coming back to the PCB, what were the changes that JLC asked for or recommended?
For the 404 watts?
Yeah.
Oh no, there was trace was not correct.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So and I fixed that, and they're working on the new ones, so it's okay.
Okay.
So and the 404, I was even doing some research about connectors, and for the newest version, I would like to have the wireless connector connect to the board. So the wireless receiver, not by USB-C, because they get too hot and too clumsy. If you take it out of the case, the connector get bent and it get how to say, where it goes into the charger.
Yes.
This cable is kind of clumsy, so it got
Yeah.
and finally
Didn't you have last week? You already suggested like a small cable that you just plug in the board.
Yes, but that's even not so practical. But I was thinking even today or yesterday, I already researched with Poco magnetic connectors. They are very good. I ordered a few, I think. It's 5 mm and they're magnetic. So they have a male and a female. They connect to it. And if you pull it off, you can just pull it off. You don't have to disconnect.
Okay.
So I'm
Interesting.
gonna
Yeah.
trash that. That makes it much easier. And then we have no problem with the cables anymore. And
Sounds good.
and a new charger for the LiPo. I found chargers. You have to solder 2 cables, but they don't run so hot. Also, a big improvement. And that is
Oh, I see.
the one charger is a unit that takes the LiPo, and then you have the charger, and it goes directly from wireless to the LiPo. One set, one
Oh,
board.
okay.
That saves space, and it's pretty. I tested 2 of them, and they're great. So that's going to be for the next one.
All right.
Yeah, okay, great.
Some changes and improving, and let's see if that works, and test it. And we can see.
Okay.
So,
Could you share those in the channel?
yes, I can share it later. Yeah.
Nice.
And there are many around, and they all seem to be standardized, and you can solder them in the PCB board. It's through hole connections.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes it easy on kit builders.
Yes, no, it has to be through holes. You
Yeah.
don't want surface mount. Because
Yeah.
one of the original, the bGeigieZen, there was a
Mhm.
whole surface mount board. And
Oh.
you had to buy the board, yeah, and that's,
Yeah.
I don't like that people have to
Okay.
buy the whole board, everything on it and assembled. I think people should do them themselves as much as possible. Everything should be done by themselves, and change the code if they want to, and change the hardware if they want to.
Mhm.
I mean, that's my idea. If you have different idea, I'd like to hear that.
Well, it's just the I think the idea of having it self-built also makes it a little bit more affordable. I think that's a big hurdle.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
I think a surface mount is cheaper to build.
It's very
these-
cheap
Oh.
to build.
Because you
Yeah.
have to, like with the components, with the through hole and whatever, those are usually more expensive.
Yeah, well, for manufacturing, if you're manufacturing with a automated chip placement machine, then of course it's cheaper. So you could just send everything to, let's say, PCBWay or JLC PCB. You send it, you send them the design, you send them a bill of materials, and however many weeks later it comes back built.
Yep.
So
Yeah, we do that with the Safe Pulse. That's
okay, right.
That's easy.
But no, through-hole manufacturing is gone. Like nobody does that
Yeah.
anymore. If you
But still, you can get. I mean, we have the board still. So, oh, not
Yeah.
but assembly. You mean through hole
Yeah.
assembly? Or yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Very.
Sure.
So anyway,
Okay. That was my story from the week.
not much new from me. I got a whole bunch of BE for that was a BN, BE.
Ah, you got the BEs. Yes, good.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Bayton.
Great,
There you
great.
go.
Nice.
So yeah, so I'm just gonna set it up on my little test, my little test rig for now, and play around with that. Come on, it's all I need.
It's kind of cute.
It's got my little pulse generator. It's got the receiver module, and it's got the M5. So anyway, so I'll try that and see if I can get better satellites out of it.
Yeah, the M10 is much better. I mean,
Right,
that's my
good.
experience at least. Then I was surprised. I posted also 25 satellites.
Yeah, I saw that.
got.
I saw that. That was
Wow.
yeah, interesting to see if we can change the constellations that it's looking at, because I'd like to
Yes.
see the difference, because we have the opportunity here, North America, Asia and Europe. So we can see, okay, is Galileo better in Europe, or are you still also I was reading up on Beidou, and they're claiming their specifications are better than GPS or GLONASS.
Mhm.
So and
Specification in what sense?
Resolution, like in other words, accuracy or precision, whatever. The other one is they have more satellites.
Sure.
So yeah,
Maybe
whereas
that's
like,
what I'm seeing here. The
yeah.
And-
Well, you have to look at your satellite display and see what the first letter is.
Yes, I noticed that too. That was quite nice. I mean, but not many Beiju I saw on it.
Yeah.
I
So
posted a few of them.
yeah, if I'm looking at that, what did you have? They're mostly G. There's a
Yeah.
E, which is I forget what the code is.
I also noticed sometimes the screen doesn't show anything. It suddenly pops up and there's no, say, it doesn't go so fast.
Oh, I see. Satellites.
It's after going to the screen, Rob.
Yeah.
After entering the screen. Yeah, it starts the connection with the GPS module. And it could be that the next message, because it only sends once every 5 seconds.
I see.
So it can take a few seconds.
It's still at 0. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
So okay.
down
So I'm
below it
looking.
says, sorry.
And if I switch to reconnect, it still doesn't go. Let's see here. Hold a second.
Well,
Right.
reconnect is, I thought it was just for the serial port connection, just the baud rate 96 versus 38.4.
Yeah, it restarts the serial connection as well as the workers themselves. So they disconnect and they start setting up again, like send me every second, or like the normal GPS data, and every 5 seconds, I think, for the NavSat.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't get anything sometimes, like now.
Okay. Well, if you do a cold start, it flushes all the orbital information. So it could take minutes, several minutes to start picking up satellites again, because the actual information about each satellite comes in at a bit rate like at 50 bits per second, or something ridiculously slow like that. So that's when they're talking about augmentation systems or assisted GPS is, let's say in a cell phone, you have the cell phone. Let me just close this. The cell phone gets all sorts of information from the network and would shoot some of that information into the receiver to give it a head start. So that's what. So we don't have that, and I'm not sure we want. That's I mean, getting a little bit over the top. So it's going to take. The GPS spec is up to 12 minutes. Galileo is even slower. So it's going to be. Anyways, looking at that screenshot of yours, Rob, and there's some E's and some G's. So E for Europe and G for GPS. I didn't see anything else. So R for Russia and all that. I started actually changing, adding that to the manual. I took some photos over the weekend.
Oh, great! Thank you. That's great.
The only problem is getting the right screen to show up, right? It's basically, like especially with the SD card, right? How do I, how do you set it up so that it shows the display that the user would see first? Like, well, that's playing around with
to get that, you can reset the device settings, and we'll restart, and you'll get the first.
Or take a video and take this still frames out of it.
Yeah.
That's the easy.
Well, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so also, I mean, I went through a whole series of them, and then realized that there was a reflection of the camera in the glass.
No.
So I had to redo them at night.
Oh.
So anyway,
Classic.
so yeah. So anyway, no, I mean, You can have a look if you want. I just I did the if you go look at the user manual, there's the section 6 is on satellites. So
Okay.
that's what shows
check.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's basically it for me. Not much news. No. Oh yeah. Maybe it's off topic specifically for the Zen, but locally, people are kind of interested in setting up some fixed stations, but that's going to take a while to get people excited. What I'd like, and they're planning for the early September or mid-September an in-person session. So for that, I'd like to have my Zen with a solar panel and a charger, and just sort of as a setup, maybe this set it up outside and show. But one of the
if there is Wi-Fi in the area. If there's not Wi-Fi, we should also tell them they can get a red note from Ray. We can arrange that with Ray too, if you want to, because that's easier. Because that's LTE and it goes anywhere. Just in the sun, and that's it. I'm not sure Ray's feeling about it, but I think he likes to have as much red notes out around nukes as possible.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of a Zen, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I guess you're gonna have to find out more about the rad note. That's all.
And Peter also has 50 of them, so I can also check with Peter. We built them.
Okay.
And
no,
Peter is distributing them now. So if we really need them and want them, or I think they're options.
Okay. Are they kit buildable, or does it have to be?
They come. They're not open source. Be aware of that. They're not kits. They're closed and secured. So that's my main thing. I always backing Ray. Please make an open source version so you can be transparent for your data. The data is not transparent. We hope that everything works and everything is working as it should be.
Okay.
Even in Ukraine, they don't want to show them directly. They want to test them everything before they put them online.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's kind of interesting. Okay. So, but I mean, I don't, you could take the Zen board and like the insides, put it in a bigger case.
True. Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that what the solar cast is?
Yeah, that's what the solar cast is like that, but the solar cast is built on 2G. It doesn't work at the moment in America. Only in Japan still.
Oh, I see.
What about the point cast?
Point cast
will also
no point cast. There's Ethernet, but it's not the 3G versions is also only 3G, not 4G.
Okay.
The rad nodes and the air nodes and all these kind of things is.
So how hard would it be to add an LTE or even an LTE module to the Zen, other than the software?
Yes, they are around. They're quite expensive.
The LTE modules?
You need to get in. The problem is subscriptions. The subscriptions and the things around that. That's a whole problem to set it up secured. It's easiest, but that's not open source if you use a node card from Blues. It's $55 for 10 years data. And
node card. Okay.
Node card. I have many of them. They are in the air nodes and they are also in the rad nodes.
Okay. Kick that around.
But the easiest and simplest way is probably the way we're doing it with a Wi-Fi somewhere.
Wi-Fi, yeah. So basically, solar with Wi-Fi and just park it in somebody's backyard.
It's backyard, and that's open source and transparent data. So I think that's easy to build and easy to fix and maintain. So you don't have to go through a company to do that.
Right. Yeah, and I mean the module can be placed inside a bigger case, right? Like Pelican makes all sorts of different size cases.
Oh yes, I have many of them. True.
Yeah. So
Not only
okay,
Pelican, there's also other ones around. They're also very good.
Yeah.
The solar cast is also in the Pelican, I think.
What?
The solar cast is in Pelican case.
Yeah.
So maybe something similar to that.
Yeah.
Well, Takachi makes wonderful cases. The point cast is running in Takachi.
Oh, that's the gray case.
Yes, the gray big.
Right. Okay.
They're easy to open. They can be gray one.
Yeah, I've opened one.
Yes,
Actually, I repaired one, or I tried to. I don't know.
Oh, good.
I don't remember. It's like a town in the near in Fukushima somewhere.
Yes. They're around there.
Good times. Good memories. I just
I
don't
built
remember
one.
all the names of the towns. But I went to with the Safecast team. We gave a workshop on the high school, and then we went to what's that town called again? Like it's
Namiye?
Namiya. Yeah, yeah. That's one of the towns we went to. Yeah.
I think that point cast is still running. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Very good.
No, they're good. Peter and me build those together, the point cast. And I think they're okay. And in fact, it was I think the idea for Ray to make free mobile versions. He took it as a real business opportunity. So now we got the ROT nodes and the air nodes. It's wonderful to see that growing.
But not open source, sadly. But
yeah, that's unfortunately, I can imagine he invested a lot of money in Ray.
Right, yeah.
I mean, the whole company is based on that. I mean, I can imagine. I personally think he could make an open source version if he wants to. Just get a different processor and keep the security off of it. So that's it. That's fine too. But that's up to him to do that.
Okay.
The SolarCast Nano is open source. Yeah. And
wait, which one?
Oh, the SolarCast Nano.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Also, the modules are the 3G version. Sorry, the 3G models. The modems are also easy to change. You can change them to low or long or other things.
Oh, okay.
And also, the originally SolarCast is this big box like this big. And you had modules you could just plug it in and plug it out. That was good then. So.
Okay. Anyway, that was it for me. Sorry, kind of a little bit of a tangent. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
no
important to know. And yeah.
Yeah, as for me, no release yet, but I'm making some progress. It's a bit slower. I'm trying to break it. Like I have some implementation and I'm just trying to see like when does it work and when doesn't it work, or when does it like maybe crash if I try to implement it wrong. And yeah, a week maybe. I don't know.
If you need to me to do some testing, any time is fine.
No, I have some simple setups with just a sensor, and like I'm trying to get to the Wi-Fi and post wherever, and then put some delay in that. And no, it's I don't know. I've not spent a lot of time on it yet, so
okay.
Yeah, it's but it's getting somewhere. Like the idea I had last week is working well. So
okay, good to hear that. That's nice.
Yeah.
I think we're done then. If we all have...
I think so too.
And I was just wondering about Michael. Michael is still busy with his refugee thing. I didn't hear anything from him. Because I prefer to have it Sunday nights, my Sunday nights instead of Monday. That would be better for me. But for Michael, better in the morning. I don't hear you. By the way, I don't. You're muted, Louis.
That's because I was slurping tea, and nobody needs to hear that. No, summer I'm fine. It's just once ski season starts, so let's say late December.
Okay.
Then I've got I gotta get the grandson out on the hill for 8:30 or something. So
Okay.
that's just too crazy.
And for Jelle, is it okay anytime? Sunday or
Sundays are still better.
Okay.
But as long as Michael can join on Sundays, then Monday, or I think Wednesdays or Thursdays are fine too.
You mentioned that, I remember.
Yeah, but Sunday is still best for me at least.
Weekdays. Weekdays at 7:30, generally okay.
Okay.
So
I have one more question for Jelle, because Justin in Hong Kong, he was asking if we can get the GPS, can get the real-time data being sent without GPS lock. I said, for me, that doesn't make sense. I mean, we have to send correct GPS data.
But without GPS lock, or?
Yeah, so if you're inside the house,
right,
and then he cannot send it because he doesn't get a lock. So the data.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he wants to use it as like a point-cast kind of device. I guess if we have the configuration for like the home location or the fixed location, if you can configure that, and maybe we can add like a flag, like I'm always here if I'm sending data. But if you make a mistake and then you drive around and you log on the same location, that would be a bit weird. Although then we can do checks, of course. So it's only when you don't have a lock, we can assume that you're home. But
yes, something like that. I was thinking also that makes sense. If you don't get a lock and you have your coordinate set up, if there's no coordinate set up and there is no lock, then you don't send. But if you have coordinates in configured and you don't have a lock, you can send. Would make sense.
Yeah, something like that. But it's there might be some additional setup, or maybe I don't know. Louis?
I would say just a flag to not to make it not automatic, so that you can say, let's say a Boolean that if you don't have a lock and it's like it's okay to log without GPS, then we assume you're at home, and that way, like I could walk around my basement and stuff like that, and take readings. But
would you do that in fixed mode? Now, are we talking about fixed mode then, or is it also like logging to the SD card?
You might have to go back to your friend in Hong Kong, find out exactly what's his scenario. What's he trying to do?
As far as I know, he just want to put it somewhere in his house and have it all the time reporting. But he doesn't get the GPS locking at house.
Maybe if that's a special case, then maybe one of these little GPS transceivers, right?
That's one idea. I think so too.
I hate to say it, but that's probably the easiest solution, because if it's a one-off case and we make it kind of tie ourselves up in knots for a special use case, I'm not sure that's really all that helpful.
You're right. I agree with you. So I will tell them. I think I agree. I think this is a good solution. I'll tell him that, and then we don't have to worry about it. If the more people start to complain or requesting something like that, then we can maybe implement it. Basically,
real-time mode, and just have a switch. I'm at home. Click, and it just ignores the GPS and just records that the at-home location.
One idea is that if you switch it off, it goes automatically in off mode.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I've got a
You have
call.
to activate it for if you're always in one place. And then
Sorry, I
if
got
you
a
switch it off, it doesn't remember it.
That's okay. We can do that. We can also do something like you need a log at first. Like let's say we work with the fixed location implementation that we have right now. So with the range, and if you're within that range, you always upload to that configured position. But then you can configure like a flag, and if it's enabled, it would say, okay, if you're within that range once, then all the other times that you didn't get a log because maybe you lost GPS, but the last point that we did know was that you were at home. And if you would then leave, at some point you would get a GPS log again, and it would then switch or like check again, like, is it still in range? Yes, okay, you're still in the fixed location. And if you picked it up and you just went for a drive, you can then pick up the new GPS again because you're outside.
Wow, that's a
Just
very
something like
beautiful,
that.
elegant solution. You don't need even anything. You have to just make it the software. Then it goes automatically. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, we can already do that basically.
Yeah,
You just
basically,
have to add it.
do it.
Just have to remember the last known position, which we already have in the worker saved up. So it's basically we have to change the check somewhere. And then for what was his name? Joseph?
Justin.
Justin. Oh, Justin. For Justin, he just has to go out for a little bit to get the log, and then once he gets it, and you can see it sending, like maybe he goes out on the balcony, can go back in again, lose GPS, but still send.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That makes completely sense, and it's automatically done. Yeah.
Guys, I have to go. I have to
yes.
go. My grandson forgot something for a test that he has coming up in like 15 minutes, so I better scramble.
All right.
So see you next week. Great. All right, bye.
Yep.
Okay. Yellow also bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll leave as well. Thank you for today.
I couldn't eat something. I'm hungry.
I just had my lunch. That's why I was 5 minutes late. So.
No,
All right.
that's fine.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.